Thank you for having me once again. Many of you have asked that I helped you with the suggestions to select the right habits as to whether you want to become successful, as to whether you want to become an entrepreneur, or as to whether you want to become rich. Well, I'll do just that, but this one is coming as a bonus to everyone, all my audience, not to you alone. So you might find this elsewhere. This will not be exclusive. Thank you so much. I will start with my first 5 suggestions for a successful life. And of course, the first issue we discuss about in the main lecture is about gratitude. We have never been appreciating our colleagues. We have not been appreciating even our spouse, our children, our family members, our close friends. People has been good to us. We have not been appreciating them. That is the bad habit we are coming up with, and that helps the whole world neglect us. They don't want to hear about us. They don't want to even support us anymore because we don't appreciate them. We don't turn to them and say thank you for what they have done. The good thing I suggest that we do about this: thank everyone who lent you an arm. Thank everybody who is helpful to you. Appreciate your wife, appreciate your children, appreciate your friends, your colleagues, your managers, your superiors. Be a person of appreciation. We understand that when you appreciate, the universe responds faster than imaginable. Let's try to appreciate everything on our way. Appreciation is the way to go. My second suggestion for a successful life is self-awareness. You have to diagnose yourself before the cure diagnose. If you don't know yourself, there is no way you will understand what works and what do not work. And if you do not know yourself better, there is no way you can know others better. So the best way, the best thing to do to succeed is to be self-aware, to know who you are, who you were yesterday, who you are today, and who you want to be tomorrow in the future. You need to understand what works for you and what do not work for you. You need to understand what helps you and what do not help you. If a character, if a behavior, if an attitude of yours was not adding up to you, it's time for you to let it go. That is why you have to know yourself. The earlier you know yourself, the better you understand others. Because if you don't understand yourself, how can you understand others? Everybody has issues. You do, others do. But the difference maker will be you understanding yourself better so that you will know what works and what do not work, so that you make differences, you make repairs, you help yourself grow. My suggestion number 2 is be self-aware before the cure diagnose. My third suggestion for a successful life is sharpening the saw. You've got to create your winner's edge. The winner's edge is what sets you apart, what you can do better than others, what others are wondering how you were able to do it. If you can create your winner's edge, there will come a time that you will be the go-to source of any solution. That especially about where you are the expert, about where you have the winning edge, they have to get to you to get a problem solved. They have to get to you to get an issue resolved. Simply because you've got the winner's edge. You have to create your winner's edge. You have the core genius. So if I will advise, leverage your core genius where you do it as a hobby, but it is part of you. You naturally flow in such an area. So once you can leverage that one, you are creating your winner's edge, because a lot of people will try, but there is no way anyone can do it better than you, because that is your winner's edge. Go create your winner's edge. That is my suggestion number 3. My number 4 suggestion for the 5 habits that can make you successful is learn to say no. You recall the lecture about Jeff Bezos, the story about Sylvester Stallone. They were able to say no to what feels good so that they create a much greater future for themselves. Learn to say no. Most of the time, many of us want to say yes, but the moment we are saying yes, we are subscribing to other people's growth agendas, not ours. So most of the time, for us to become successful, for us to grow, it is wise to say no. So let us learn to say no to, to what feels good so that we can create greatness. My number five suggestion for a successful life is the act of taking action. Everybody wants everything. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody plans, but none of us want to take action. Unless we take action, that goal cannot be realized. Unless we take action, that task cannot be accomplished. Unless we take action, nothing can be done. So, a success secret for anybody aspiring to become successful is to learn to take action. Get out, take action, get that task done. Do it and do it immediately. Don't procrastinate. Here are my five suggestions for profitable entrepreneurship. Number one, as an entrepreneur, learn to ask the right questions. When we ask intelligent questions, when we ask the right questions, the customer will tell us what they need, what they want, the service they require, and we will go and repackage and present the same to them for profits. If we fail to ask the right questions, we assume that the customer will like what we think is best for us. The customer will always go for what they want. They can find it elsewhere. But if you can go to them, ask the right questions, and find the problems hidden right from within them and bring it out in a product that they require, they will buy. They will spend the last penny to buy, and it will be from you because you respond to their need. My number one suggestion for profitable entrepreneurship is the mastery of asking the right questions. If you are an entrepreneur, it is important to ask the right question. The moment you ask the right question, the customer will be able to tell you what they want, what they need, the service they require, and you will go to repackage the same thing they inform you about and present it to them as a service or a product. That is the best way to do it. If you assume that the customer will like a particular service without surveys, if you assume that the customer will prefer a particular service without the customer's consent, you will come out with the service. You may come out with the product, but the customer will buy from elsewhere because that is not what they want. That is not what they need. The wise thing to do is to ask the customer the right question. The moment you ask the customer the right question, the customer will come to you and buy because that is what he wants and that is what is scarce. It is important to ask the customer the right question. As entrepreneurs, we are global learners. We need to be ahead of the competition, and to get ahead of the competition is to learn and learn and learn better than our competitors, to understand what the customer wants, to understand what gets us gives us the competitive advantage, to understand and master what is best for the customer, what let our customers behind us. So if we are not willing to learn, if we are not willing to acquire much knowledge and have a mastery over our competitors, there is no way we can win the entrepreneurial game. So the best advice I can give is constant and never ending improvement. Learn in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. It is not only because of the customer, it is for your own advantage in the first place. As entrepreneurs, my next suggestion for a best habit is financial education. Financial education would help us be on top of our tax and financial game because if we don't know where to invest to gain or where to invest and lose, it will be detrimental to our financial life. Entrepreneurs need money. The business needs funds to grow. And if we don't understand how to manage our funds well, if we don't have a good grasp of financial education, there is no way we can excel in our entrepreneurial business because taxpayers can take all our money because we don't know how to best manage our funds. We don't know how to best run our business financially, and therefore the business will run down, the business will collapse, the business will become bankrupt. But if we have enough financial intelligence, if we understand the financial literacy, at least we will know how to run our business financially. We will know the financial decisions, the wise financial decisions to take, the best financial steps to take, the best financial moves to make. Without financial education, without financial intelligence, without financial literacy, there is no financial future for the entrepreneurial venture. Therefore, we need to be financially literate. My next suggestion for excellent entrepreneurship is teamwork. I can't do it alone. You can't do it alone either. We all depend on each other. Therefore, leverage the power of teamwork. Within a team, what you don't know is well mastered by another. Therefore, if you find yourself one thing, there is a solution from within the group, and therefore you will not find yourself one thing. Entrepreneurs know better than to play it all alone. So, if you want to be a profitable entrepreneur, leverage teamwork, form your team, find your team members from the people who resonate with you, from the people who know what you want to do, from the people who are interested in your venture. Therefore, go and leverage that theme, leverage their unity, come together, work together, and when you combine your qualities, your values, the product will be very excellent for the customer. But if you want to do it alone and you find yourself one thing, your product may not help the customer. The customer may forget about it because it does not help. It will not meet the customer's need. But when the ideas of a team work together for a product to make it a super quality, you can imagine how the customer will appreciate and word of mouth will take place. So if I will ever suggest something, a habit for good, for profitable relationship, and so if I will ever suggest a habit for a profitable entrepreneurship, teamwork is key. Every product produced by an entrepreneur must be sold for profit to be made. Therefore, salesmanship is key. You must learn how to sell yourself well, sell your product right, sell your relationships, your emotions, and everything that has to do with your product and your customer right. Once you sell yourself correctly, the product will sell itself. The customer knows you, the customer understands your values, the customer knows your standards, and the customer will go buy your product because you have already sold yourself. You have already sold the emotions behind your product. You have already sold everything that tells the customer about the benefits, the features, and what the customer wants from your product. The next move is for the customer to buy. Sometimes you don't even need to initiate a call to action. The customer will buy because you have sold yourself right. You have sold your relationship best. That is what salesmanship is all about. Salesmanship is never about selling products and services. It's about selling you. It's about selling your relationship. It's about selling the emotions around the product. It's about selling your attachment to the customer's need. It's about selling your concerns for the customer. That is how the customer will find out that, oh, this man is for me. And then he will buy into your ideals and then your product will be sold. Sales mastery is my next suggestion for profitable entrepreneurship. Thank you. My 3 suggestions that can help make you rich includes number 1, you have to be ready because the rich are ready. They are ready to take the action that will bring in the money. They are ready to pursue everything about that goal that will rake in the money. Therefore, if you are not ready, we have learned that a million others are ready and will take your place. So let us get ready. Let us work because we are ready. Let us take the action for the expectations we are waiting for. Let us drive the things we are working for so that after all, we are ready for it, not only being there, but working to get the result of what we want. So if we are ready, the rich are ready to receive their monies. The rich are ready to get money. The rich are ready to continue getting rich because they are constantly working for it. At the back door, they work very hard. They don't sit down expecting and are ready. They are ready because they have worked for it. They are ready because they have put in the effort. They are ready because they have done everything possible to ensure that what they are ready for, what they are expecting, is coming. Are you ready? If you want to be rich, set your goals, put in the action, get everything that you need to get done, execute it, and then be ready for your success. If you don't work for it, don't be ready. But to be ready is to be proactive, meaning you have to work, you have to do things differently. Hope we are communicating. The next habit I will suggest that can help and keep you rich is persistent. You've got to be persistent. Once you are consistent about what you want and you pursue your goals and work on them day and night, there will be challenges. Great, great challenges will come your way. It is time for you to be persistent. Don't give up. Keep moving, keep going, and keep working. Riches will find you. We have learned that riches and prosperity have rules. So I advise, learn the rules of the rich and never bother to pursue the rules of the poor, because we don't want to be poor. We want to be rich. Therefore, pursue the rules of the rich. Do what keeps them rich or what gets them rich so that you will become rich. There is no way you will be doing what make others rich and you become poor. But if you want to be rich and you are doing what make others poor, you will find yourself in a rat race, because that is where you belong to. But we don't want to get there. Therefore, I suggest that once riches and prosperity have rules, pursue those rules so that you also become rich. Thank you so much. I think that brought us to the close of our bonus. Enjoy.